Hello, Rick97 here, and welcome back to Rule Waves 2 and our Austria-Hungary playthrough. So we are now into April 1920. We have been at war with Italy for 4 months. The never-ending wars with Italy, it seems to be. I think this is our third war with Italy, if memory serves. Yeah, and let's say this just kicked off at the tail end of last stream, and we did have a couple of initial tentative engagements. We got the better of them really with some nighttime torpedo raiding, and we sunk 3 of their battle cruisers for a few of our light ships. I was having a look at our kind of fleet, just kind of in between streams there, and I did notice that we're down to one Panther class. We've lost the rest of this class of destroyer, so only one remains. We are going to have to rebuild our light ships after the war, or potentially in the middle of it, depending on how long this thing drags on for. I was also looking at the new light cruisers we were built. I say we because obviously I share any blame and mistakes I make with the with chat. Anyone who has the unfortunate error of watching these streams, and yeah, so I made a bit of an error on this in terms of the deck. So I left them at 1-inch deck, which makes them pretty vulnerable to splinters. So these are a bit more fragile than really we should have been, and I probably should have bumped it up to 1.5 at least. If you get above 2 inches, you don't have to worry about splinters. And it was watching Tortuga Power, who started a new series of Rule Waves 2 as Austria-Hungary, copycat. And he, if you don't know, I'm an excellent content creator on YouTube. And he was going on about one of his light cruiser design, and I realised I'd forgotten all about it. So it's one of the things with this game. There's lots of little nuances and things which you've got to try and remember, which invariably I don't always do. But we'll not worry too much about that. Otherwise we are pretty top heavy. Too many battleships, but I like designing and building battleships. Who can blame me? I do quite like our Habsburg though. I'm sure that there's probably some fundamental flaw in here which commentators will no doubt tell me about. But I quite, apart from the fact she's slow. But yeah, no, I do quite like her. It's a healthy 16-inch broadside. She's got reasonable secondaries, so that will definitely do us for a long time. Our older battleships not so much, but I think our priority is definitely going to be the lighter side of our fleet. But anyway, enough babbling on. Let's go and just press forward a month and no doubt jump straight into an engagement. So it is coastal bombardment again in Ancona again. I don't know what this thing is. We keep probably better to have turret armor thicker than the belt. Yeah, that's true. I think I was so I'll accept that. Looking at the guns which you could punch through it. I can't remember the reasons for it. I'd have to look at the stream again. But you are right. It's probably as a vulnerability on my big turrets there. Maybe I can look at that if we get quality 1 guns and we build the turrets where I can increase that, although I doubt I'll make the weight savings. Anyway, we're back to more bombardment, still in Ancona. Okay, let's see what tools we've got to play around with. So our battle cruisers, which have been getting a lot of outage at the minute, which is always good because they're somewhere in your ships, and a solitary light cruiser. Just remember what these look like. 9 13-inch guns. They were okay actually, but I certainly remember when the German battle cruisers we had as allies in the last battle were significantly better than us. I think they were carrying 14-inch guns, had more armor, and actually were the same speed for not much more weight. So they're okay, but definitely not the best battle cruiser floating around the world at the minute. Okay, we'll do our usual. Get people up to cruise speed. Oh, I'm not allowed to control them just yet. Fine. Let's run for a little bit. And 20 knots even, not cruise speed. That's what I meant to do, even though it's not what I said. We'll see if we can't run into some Italians. Bump up the speed, which will slow down as soon as we meet anyone. Indeed. So actually, I just realised it's a very interesting place for us to have started down here, considering our target's over there. But anyway, I do want my screen to switch off in this direction. And let's get them to move into line ahead, now that we roughly know where they are. And it is very rough, but it's close enough. We'll have our battle cruisers maybe head in this direction. I do want to find out what forces I'm up against before I make a swing for the target. And they are coming our way. Oh, it's nighttime again. Okay. Keep having these nighttime battles, which is certainly good for torpedo runs. Not that we have that many destroyers. We'll have to be careful. Definitely use our destroyers in some screening roles here. Let's get you guys off AI control. Let's get you on line ahead. Let's see if you can't... let's not go 30 knots, but... something a little bit faster than battle cruisers, just so you can act as the tripping wire, if you wouldn't mind. On for a little bit. This is where we pass like ships in the night, one could say. Not quite. Still don't know what we're up against. I don't know how many more battle cruisers they have left, actually. I should have checked that. Anyway, so we think it's a light cruiser. Okay. Although something is shooting at us. And this is one slight arc I do have in this game. And I don't know if it's all the time, but certainly a lot of the time you've been in this position where we know there's something there, we don't know what it is, but it starts shooting at us, but we don't shoot it back. So, well, we can't shoot at it until we know what it is. And we're like, well, I kind of feel like if you're under fire, just have a pop. That is a light cruiser, okay. Nino Bricio? What have you got going on? Broadside of 4, 6 inches, 2.5 inch belt. So I think we slightly outgun you and slightly outbelt you. Yeah. No, we've got 6 inch broadside as well. Actually, I think this might be the same. No, it's 4. We do have one more gun on our broadsides, and we got 2 ships. You are right. I agree with you. They are probably just scouts for something. We'll see if they try and lead us off. There we go. Called it well, you did. Oh, that's a lot of somethings. Okay. Interesting. Some destroyers. We think is a couple of heavy cruisers. I wonder if that'll resolve to be heavy cruisers. Okay, I'm okay. If it is heavy cruisers, I think we should have the better of them. Give you guys a little bit of range for just now. We think it is... No, it's there more of their battle cruisers. Wow, they got a lot of these things. So I think they are more heavily armored than ours, but smaller guns. They're rocking 12 inch. They do have an 11.5 inch, but I think we were quite light on our armor. No, we were 11... No, it's in. Yes, yeah, these were quite lightly armored. Although we have the better guns, we don't have the better armor. Okay. We're out of turret already. Just jammed, I think, or disabled. Oh no, it's been hit. I take it all back. Alright, and it looks like they've got 2 of them. Potentially 2 of them. Let's see what that resolves to be. But I'm not sure we'd win this in a straight up fight. I think them having the edge of the armor and the larger screens may take it. Although, oh, it's another battle cruiser. Different class, but pretty similar, to be honest. Did I complete reading this one? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, I missed him. You're right. It is a 5-gun broadside. Hiding in the, I don't know, tower looking bit. Take one's more scary. Let's have a look, see what difference is between them then. What did he, I can't bring them both up at the same time. Of course you can't. Ah, yeah, 13-inch guns. Yes, he does have an extra inch in his guns. Same belt. That's a lot of conning tower armor. I suppose the AI does that. And more secondaries, 5-inch secondaries I think I had. Yeah, so yeah, agreed, this is a better ship. And we are outgunned, it seems. Well, out-armored anyway. I wonder, when's night-night coming? Shortly. This might be another battle where it's a little bit of the nighttime torpedo run. It's light cheese, really, but... Right, you guys need to come out because I need you healthy. Yeah, as night approaches, I think these two guys are going to make a run for these battlecruisers. If we can at least hit one with a torpedo. Meanwhile, I might actually just break off my battlecruisers to go and secure the objective. What do I want to do? AI control off. There we go. Line ahead, please. Do not turn together. Go in a straight line for now. But when night comes, there we go. There's the darkest night. Yes. Ah, that's the dusk there. Good. Yeah, you guys pull off a little bit. You're getting too close. Oh, just not listening. Not listening to me or damaged. Just not listening to me. Okay. Right, let's get you up to you're at squad max. That's good. Don't know who launched that torpedo or what you're aiming at, but I admire the ambition, if nothing else. Yeah, let's get you guys to break. Yes, I'm going to get you to break. Finish that off. While we do a little bit of knife fighting. You guys are just getting yourselves killed. Would you please turn and leave the fight? Now you're launching torpedoes that destroy us, which, although it's irritating, I'm not sure how long much longer you're going to be around, so it might be worth it. Right, it's certainly dangerous for my light cruisers. Now I had thought those were battle cruisers, but that was a heck of a turning circle that thing just committed to. I think they're on to us. Alright, let's pull south. You guys go get the target. We can run our destroyers a bit of a screen. Maybe we'll just do a bit of a cautious first engagement then. Okay. I know I think there's a 4-inch coastal battery down here, but that shouldn't be too much. More of an annoyance than any kind of serious problem. Let's bring you guys down a little bit while we're patrolling. Kjartan spotted. That's not an unknown ship. That's what we're aiming at. Just run for a little bit. There you go, you finally worked out that's the thing you're supposed to be shooting at. Please, please turn. Ah, now I've got to play the game of grabbing them all and keeping them in the screen going. Looks like the Italians have just given up on us though. Ah, well that's that done, that's good. Alright, we'll see if we can't find anyone on the way home. But yeah, so I think a priority might be, after the war, to see if we can't get ourselves some better battlecruisers. It's not nice to be outshone in that regard. I mean, they're good as cruiser killers, but cannot stand up to their own, which you can need them to. Doesn't look like Italy's staying out to play. Yeah, just go squad max, take yourself home. Right, let's get you. You can go back onto AI control and just act as a screen. Save me having to do it. Let's bump up the speed. There'll be a mission fulfilled, if not a very satisfying victory. Home you go. And you need to come north around this thing. And then we go. Cool. Yes to all. Oh, you're going to end up being the leader in a minute. You fools. One thing, they don't handle land particularly well. But you can use to your advantage on occasions. Okay. That was a pretty anemic first engagement, but we got our bombardment targets, so we'll get the VPs from it. I'll take it. Yeah, 700 VPs, not worth a whole amount, but I'll take it. My more torpedo boats. Cool. Negotiated peace. Well, I'm going to say to this, because I always say no to this. But at the same time, there's not a lot we can get from this war, unless we get a seriously large war score. Sicily is... can I look at the map? No, I can't. Is out with our invasion range, so we can't take it. I'm tempted just to keep pressing them, because at least if we get a higher war score, then we'll get more money from it. And we are managing to blockade them out. Actually, I don't know if it's a proper blockade, but a submarine one anyway. Got quite a lot of subs on the go, though. Well, they mustn't be doing unrestricted, because they're not sending anywhere near as many merchants as we are. Let's look at the map. Oh, they are blockaded. It's right there. Right there in a massive B. I wasn't paying attention to it. So we... presumably it's because Germany is also here. Yes. Our combined fleets in this area, more of an outmatch for they've got. In fact, I'd probably do it alone with my ridiculous number of battleships I've built. I mean, it's not ridiculous, but it's ridiculous compared to the rest of the fleet. Okay. Those were the last two battlecruisers Italy has. It would be nice to do them some damage, but not a straight up fight. You don't want that. Everything else is ticking over nicely. We've got a reasonable amount of money in the bank, so do you know what? We'll build up. That'll put us about 50,000. Good healthy number. We got a cruiser battle. Oh, the other one on BCs must come out of dry dock. Sure. Oh, that's good. Convoy defense. Blind. And a fleet battle. Ah, come on. Nah. Giving us free VPs, which is okay, but I'd love to get my battleships involved. Which I don't think will just be... I'm not sure what's happened there. Looks like that just bugged out. Go on a quick save, just in case this goes awry. It looks like that just turn hasn't processed. Huh, okay. Okay. Ooh, worried me for a minute there. Okay, so we are jumping right into it. We've got our usual battlecruiser squadron out. A reasonable number of screens they've got, as well as a couple of light cruisers, which are the old ones, I think. Sorry. What are you? Yes. These are some from our... I think these are some from our original design. Let's go find out what this ship is. Again, we'll just head into line ahead when you get a chance. And bring yourself up to 20 knots. In fact, what's your squad max? Yeah, pretty low. They're slow original cruisers. Let's go on. Let's run for a little bit. They may well be, again, trying to bring us back to whatever their main fleet is. This will just be their feelers, much like ours are. Just check what time of day we're at. 10 to 3. So yeah, night's a fair ways away. So we can't rely on that if we're trying to do some sneaky torpedo stuff. One battlecruiser I will take. Might be more than one. My objectives here? Nothing, it's just a cruiser engagement, that's fine. Right, you guys got to your... Right, just go on the max, because I think you're coal-fired. You'll knack yourself if we do that. You guys, who I forgot to speed up, please do it. Can't head over here. There's quite a lot of ships bobbing around, I wonder what they are. would be unfortunate if they had anything heavier in the area. Especially when we've got 7 lovely battleships just, I don't know, sitting in port, idling around. Who knows what they're doing? They are not here fighting. Right, this is good. Let's see if we can get both ships using the broadsides. Probably coming over this direction-ish. Should hopefully give them the angle we need. There we go, nice. Now we just need to hit the thing. Let's have a quick check. So he had, what, 11.5-inch belt? Yes, he does. We are shooting at... Is it in here? Yeah, so we're at probably too far, 20,000 yards. With our 13-inch guns. Yeah, so we can only punch through 8.3 inches of belt. So we ain't going to beat his belt. I think we'd beat his deck at this point if we end up in plunging fire. We probably want to close the gap slightly. So let's actually go back in and double check. So he said, what, 11.5 inch, which means we've got to get essentially 13,000 yards. And then we could be confident we're going to start punching through. Looks like we've closed the gap slightly. 16.5, still a wee bit to go. And our turret's out again. Did you get hit? No, just jammed. Okay. Seems to be a bit of a problem on these cruisers. Hey, first hit goes to us, I believe. Again, might not be doing too much damage at this range, but anything we can do, we will take. This looks like seaplane tender, perhaps. Let's go and we'll investigate what these ships are with our lighter forces. Back up to squad max. So, should probably mention, because this is on, essentially just runs in Windows and the way OBS works, display capture, I have hidden my taskbar at the bottom, but every time I mouse down it is going to pop up. Hopefully that's less obnoxious than it just sitting there permanently. Okay, we've got a turret bat in action, that is good. We're probably not getting, yeah, we've just got our forward guns in action right now. Ooh, and we are facing most of his, so let's see if we can't change that angle up a little bit. It's better. Right, if he's turning towards us, that's much better. Don't know why he'd choose to do that. Definitely had us at his advantage there. And chose to give it up. You do you, my friend. Let me hit him again. This is a good old little gun brawl. I think we're out of range for most of the escorts to really do anything. Get you guys to come up behind. Actually, we're gonna. I just realised, although these are light cruisers, these are slower than everything else. We're gonna run away from them if we're not careful. Okay, let's see if we can't keep closing the gap on them. Definitely is trying to keep the range. Lots of firing, not much hitting from anyone. Yeah, we are running at squad max. What's his? I think he was he 27 as well? Yeah. Matching us for pace. Currently, yeah, he may have all his guns firing broadside. No, it's just his rear two. But we only have our forward two. It's really kind of 4 guns each firing each other at the minute, which is not what we want. There's not a lot I can make him do about that. Generally, everyone is missing. Run it for a little bit. Oh, looks like he's managed to get in a position to fire his full broadside. Yes. Nah, we're gonna have to turn so we can give him more of our bring more of our guns to bear. There we go. And just have to hope for these plunging shots. We can't keep chasing him at the disadvantage, it's just going to go badly. Tell you what we could do actually, let's get our, since your destroyers are doing nothing else, let's get them to go line ahead. What's your squad max? 30. Nice, that's good, and we'll see if we can't. It's going to take a bit of time. We use these guys to ultimately steer. We can get them kind of, I was about to say if we can get up and ahead we can kind of direct where he's going, but actually at this rate he's probably going to pull to the left, but if he doesn't choose to go this side of this peninsula he's going to be trapped. Run for a little bit. It's good, another hit scored by us with our 13 inches. Oh, that's not good, so we get hit there and we got penetrated in our extended belt. These guys can't take it, some of these destroyers. Yeah, we're going to see where he goes. He might be able to evade us all the way back to port, unfortunately. Okay, so light cruisers opening up on these destroyers, which is good. Just gotta watch out we don't do any horrible flinging of torpedoes at us. Actually spin around over this way. Good. Yeah, it looks like he's going to the far side of us, unfortunately. He's currently fighting a very good defensive battle, I must give it to this. But as yet, we're getting another hit. I think we're winning on the hits scored. I don't know what much damage is going on. Kjartan's been hit twice. Nothing serious done. Apart, obviously, disabled our turret for a while, but it's back in action. Plenty of ammo left. We scored 3 or 4 hits on him. I think it's more like 4 or 5 actually. Either way, that's not going to be enough to do any serious damage. Unless we can get one that slows him down. Ah, Nuclear, how's it going, man? Good to see you. How is life treating you? Oh, I meant to say, you should ping a picture of that art piece you did into Discord. I'm curious to see what the final version looked like. Oh, looks like they've got some coastal guns down here potentially. Oh, that could be annoying. Yeah, your logical stuff. Oh, that's irritating. Well, fair play AI have lured us in, and I think he's just making a run for port, and I'm not sure. Well, he's down to 25 knots. It's giving us a little chance to catch up, but I'm not sure we're going to be able to beat him down enough before he gets into port. Yeah, and this 6-inch battery is going to do horrible things to us, actually. I think he's just taken out a destroyer. You can just bug out if you're injured. Okay. I think, as fun as it has been chasing this guy down, trying to put some beats on him, I think he's going to escape. I don't think we're going to do enough damage before he gets back to port. What I'm going to do instead is say, fine, you can keep your battlecruiser. I'm going to come down here and sink this little group instead. You ain't going to fight me, I'll go pick another fight. Might force his hand. Okay, so need to look at this dude. Yeah, pretty damaged. That's just from a couple of 6-inch hits. They are brutal to these little destroyers. So what I want you to do, yeah, I would say I do want you to slow down, but I want you to get out of range of these blooming guns before you do so. I think our key eagle might be a goner. looks like we might have stopped firing at them. Yeah, they... Oh no, no they haven't yet. Good, our battle cruisers are now in range. They will munch through this little group here. We probably don't need to go so quickly. Right, I think this guy has now escaped, so let's lower your speed. Send you home. Where is home? Up here somewhere. Well, no, it's not Spalato, that's Spalato, that's Ataro. Which would be in... Actually, I don't know. I don't know if that's Bosnia or Montenegro. Anyway, it's Austria-Hungary for now. You can run, guys, but it won't be enough. And what they should do, if they're sensible, is you take your light ones, your destroyers, yeah, and you do a little torpedo run at us to make us change course. Let's bring our destroyers ship side of the battle cruisers. Oh, mate, what are you doing? Oh, have you just got yourself sunk? I mean, I'm blaming this guy. Obviously, he was following a direction I told him, but still, you know, avoid the serious land masses. Slightly frustrating there. Ah, perfect. I'll grab a look after the stream. Yes, my destroyer's gonna get torn apart by the coastal battery, but okay. Or put that one up is not enough attention for myself. Right, the seaplane tender. What tonnage is it? Ah, 3,000 tons. Nothing. We shall have our vengeance. Oh, hit the magazine. Boom. And just like that, there was 4. Yes, yeah, in the I think it was our first battle of the Italians. They're light cruisers, and it was 2 of them. These clearly just didn't have enough turret armor, and yeah, just got absolutely deleted. It's a message: always armor your turrets, kids. Satisfying when that happens. Because usually you just batter it so much it stops moving. You're like, alright, I think that ship's dead. It's when you get a, you know, turret magazine flash explosion thing, and they just get deleted. Very satisfying. Doesn't happen very often though. I'm going to be upset if we don't manage to sink these things. At the minute we're paying 1 destroyer for 1 seaplane tender, which is not the trade I would make. My destroyers are worth more than that. Alright, we'll see if we can soften them up a little bit, our light cruisers, enough to get them to slow down. There we go, yes, come this direction please. Oh, mistake, they realised. Heavy damage, good. Shouldn't take many 13-inch hits to cause some serious damage in these light cruisers. Come on, I know. I know. Now you hit me with your 6s, but your 13s. Yeah, and it's just the secondaries that are hitting with. Yeah, knock out their engines, that would be ideal. Coastal battery still shooting at this shell of a destroyer. Oh man, we need to get them before night comes. How are they still keeping up 20 knots, man? Thing is, I don't want to get too close to my battle cruise because these guys should have torpedoes. See what I was talking about? Don't want to get too close. Ah, dang it. Right. That's somewhat frustrating. Bring the speed down and get these guys to head home. If we can't do a little bit torpedo action on our light cruisers are generally quite hard to hit though. Because obviously they're nippy. Yes, please do it. We'll see if we can get a couple of these in the water. These guys have got, I think it's a 4 torpedoes spread, something like that. I don't remember. Sure, I don't think that's going to do anything, but we'll try it. Alright, just fire what you've got, because I don't think you get another chance. Oh. This is very good, and in fact now I think the Ulan is in a good position. Yes. Some of these have got hit, surely. And that should be enough to put a light cruiser out of action. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow. Was that all the same one? No. 2 of them went into this guy. Oh, good. That should be them both done. Bring our own light cruisers down to have a look, and our destroyers, job done, can go home. Yeah, those guys both dead in the water. Excellent. Just babysit till our little destroyer gets out of here. Okay, let's have a quick look at. I think was it the Kjartan who got hit. So it's got okay. Flooding's not too bad, and it's pretty much eliminated. It's not quite gone, so we'll just limp home. We should be fine. These guys should be built to survive at least one torpedo. It's a long way home. Right, let's hit the play. Let's put the speed up. What are you stopping me for? You haven't spotted an unknown ship. It's that one we just sunk, remember? He's down to cruise speed. Just babysit our battle cruisers. So it's not going to be the victory we hope for. At the end of the day, we'll have swapped two light cruisers for one of our destroyers, which is okay. I'll take that. But there we go. It will put our battle cruiser in the docks for a couple of months, which is not ideal. I'd like to see how many times we hit Francesco Ferrucci. First of his name. 7. Yeah, just, not bad. A little bit of a dent in it. Not enough to do anything serious. Alright. Major victory. I think there's a little bit of PR spin on that, but I'll take it. Ah, Minerva's commissioned. Cool. So that's our second of the new heavy cruisers. It's a reasonable heavy cruiser bunch we've got now in terms of number. Obviously, these guys are pretty dated. Or I should call them armoured cruisers, really, if I'm using the proper name. Negotiate peace. We will always push for a harsher deal. Tactics. Okay, fine. Food's becoming scarce. They're having a bad time of it. Excellent. Good if Germany'd give us a couple of ships again. That was quite nice when they joined in. So we don't have much of a cruiser force left. Still plenty of destroyers. And they have way more aircraft than we do. They must have bases everywhere. Although actually, hang on. Oh yeah, we were keeping space for when we finally discover some kind of bombers, torpedoes bombers probably. Alright, I will probably have to build more air bases. I really would like to airbase out Sicily because it's nice and central, but 2 arms. Anyway, onwards and upwards into July. And that's going to do it for today's episode. A few minor skirmishes with the Italians, but nothing decisive thus far. This was taken from a Twitch live stream, so if you're interested in joining us, there's a link in the description below. But otherwise, I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I'll catch you in the next one.